Your legs weaken first. Eat these 6 foods to strengthen them fast. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you might be joining from around the world. I genuinely hope you'll take a moment to pause what you're doing, because the insights I'm about to share with you have the potential to profoundly impact how you move, how you feel, and ultimately, how you experience life from this day forward. Here's a deeply important truth that most doctors, due to time constraints or perhaps a focus on other aspects of health, might never explicitly tell you in their office. Your legs aren't simply getting weaker because you're getting older. That's a common misconception, a widespread belief that often leaves people feeling helpless. The truth, however, is far more empowering. Your legs are very likely getting weaker because, for too long, nobody has clearly explained what nourishing foods they truly need to thrive. There's a monumental difference between those two perspectives. One view, the idea that weakness is an unavoidable part of aging, feels like a final sentence, a verdict you simply have to accept. The other, however, opens up a world of practical, actionable solutions. My name is Dr. Alan Mandel, and today I am absolutely delighted to share that solution with you. We're going to explore 6 specific foods, carefully ranked from helpful to truly transformational, that possess the remarkable ability to help rebuild your leg strength, restore your vital muscle tissue, and give you back the stability, balance, and confidence you might have thought were lost forever. This isn't about magic pills or complicated regimens. It's about harnessing the incredible power of everyday nutrition. Before we dive into our list, I want to share a piece of information that truly stopped me in my tracks when I first encountered it. A landmark study, which was meticulously published by the esteemed Journal of the American Geriatric Society, revealed something incredibly significant. It found that adults over the age of 65 who experienced noticeable, significant lower body muscle weakness faced a staggering 72% higher risk of developing a mobility disability within just 5 years. Think about that for a moment. This also corresponded with an alarming increase in hospitalizations due to falls, a higher rate of admissions to nursing homes, and sadly, even an elevated risk of early mortality. 72%. That is not a small, easily dismissible number. That translates to nearly 3 out of every 4 people who, with the right information and intervention at an earlier stage, might have been able to avoid such profound challenges. They didn't intervene, not because they weren't willing, but because they simply didn't possess the critical knowledge we now have about nutrition, about the intricate biology of muscle, and about how our bodies change as we age. And I'm going to tell you right now, the number 1 food on this list is something you probably have tucked away in your kitchen cabinets or refrigerator at this very moment. It's something you may have even been advised to strictly avoid for years, yet researchers at Harvard Medical School are now identifying it as one of the most potent muscle protective compounds available to humans, especially those over the age of 60. I'm going to deliberately save that particular revelation for last, because once you hear it, I promise you, you'll never look at your grocery list or even your pantry in quite the same way again. But before we embark on this exciting journey through our list, I want to ask you something deeply personal. Please take a moment and leave a comment below. Share with me how old you are and tell me if you've started to notice your legs feeling weaker, perhaps heavier, or a little less stable than they used to be. Maybe climbing a simple flight of stairs now feels like a much harder chore than it once did. Perhaps you've had a near fall that shook your confidence. Or maybe just getting up from your favorite chair requires more effort and assistance than it once did. I want you to know that I personally read every single comment on this channel, every one of them. Your story, your experiences, your challenges, they truly matter. And your willingness to share could be the very reason someone else finds this video, hears these words, and decides to make a change that transforms their life. So please, take just 30 seconds and share your journey with me. Now, let's begin our countdown, moving from incredibly powerful insights to truly life-changing revelations. The powerhouse foods for your legs. Coming in at number 6, eggs. This one, I must admit, surprises almost everyone I share it with. We're talking about humble, everyday eggs. I know. For what feels like your entire life, you've probably heard the endless debate surrounding eggs. You've been told they can raise your cholesterol, that they're somehow bad for your heart, and that you should limit them, or even walk away from them entirely. Well, I am here today, standing firmly on the full weight of current, robust nutritional science, to tell you that much of this advice, particularly for adults over the age of 60, was, in hindsight, one of the most damaging pieces of health guidance ever widely circulated. It's time to set the record straight, because here is what eggs actually do for your aging legs and why they deserve a place of honor in your diet. Eggs are, without a doubt, one of the most complete and bioavailable sources of an amino acid called leucine on the entire planet. Now, if the term amino acid is new to you or sounds a bit technical, let me simplify it. Think of leucine as the essential key that turns on the engine of muscle protein synthesis. This is the incredible, complex biological process by which your body doesn't just maintain, but actively builds and repairs its precious muscle tissue. As we move past the age of 65, our bodies often develop what researchers refer to as anabolic resistance. What does this mean in simple terms? It means your muscles can become a little stubborn. They no longer respond as efficiently or robustly to the protein signals they receive. They require a stronger, more direct trigger to initiate that same crucial muscle-building response. Leucine is precisely that powerful trigger. And here's the good news. Just 2 large whole eggs deliver approximately 1.6 grams of leucine. Research conducted by the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign has specifically found that this amount is perfectly sufficient to meaningfully stimulate muscle protein synthesis, even in older adults who are already experiencing significant anabolic resistance. But what truly makes eggs special, beyond just their leucine content, lies in a part that many have been taught to discard: the yolk. That golden center, which everyone once told you to throw away, is a treasure trove of vital nutrients. It contains choline, a crucial nutrient for muscle function and nerve signaling, a significant amount of vitamin D, which we'll discuss more shortly, and a remarkable compound called phosphatidylcholine. This particular compound plays a pivotal role in helping to maintain the integrity and strength of your muscle cell membranes. As we age, these cell membranes can become more fragile, less capable of holding on to the essential nutrients that your muscles need to contract, to recover, and to perform. The yolk, in essence, acts like a protective, nourishing coating for your muscle cells. Throwing it away is akin to buying a beautiful new car and then, for some reason, deliberately leaving the engine back at the dealership. You're missing out on its most critical components. Let me share a quick story. I had a wonderful patient named Margaret, 74 years old, from sunny Sarasota, Florida. She came to me after experiencing her second fall in just 6 months, and she was, understandably, terrified of her own staircase. For over a decade, she had diligently followed a strict low-fat diet, completely avoiding eggs on the advice of an older physician. We made a simple yet powerful change. We added 3 whole eggs to her morning routine every day. Within a mere 8 weeks, Margaret called me, practically beaming, to tell me she had walked up her stairs without needing to hold the railing for the first time in 2 years. That, my friends, is no mere coincidence. That is leucine, choline, and vitamin D working precisely as the latest scientific evidence tells us they should. For the best results, aim to enjoy 2 to 3 whole eggs in the morning. Ideally, prepare them with a small amount of healthy fat, such as a drizzle of high-quality olive oil or a slice of avocado, both of which we'll discuss further in this video. This healthy fat significantly improves the absorption of the fat-soluble vitamins wonderfully present in the yolk. A small tip: avoid scrambling them vigorously in a dry, scorching hot pan. Gentle cooking with light heat helps preserve the delicate integrity of these vital proteins and nutrients. Moving to number 5 on our countdown, wild-caught salmon. If you've been experiencing legs that feel heavy, if they frequently cramp at night, or if they ache persistently when you wake up each morning, there's a very strong possibility that chronic inflammation is quietly, insidiously working to damage your muscle tissue, even while you sleep. And in the fight against this silent aggressor, wild-caught salmon stands out as one of nature's most potent anti-inflammatory weapons ever discovered. The key active compounds here are the EPA and DHA omega-3 fatty acids. Now, before your eyes glaze over at those technical letters, let me explain in very clear terms what these incredible compounds actually do inside an aging body. Imagine inflammation within your muscle tissue like a slow-burning forest fire. It might start small, burning constantly at a low level, almost imperceptibly. But over years and decades, this persistent low-grade fire gradually chars and damages everything in its path. The delicate muscle fibers themselves, the vital connective tissue that holds everything together, and even the crucial nerve pathways that send lightning-fast signals from your brain to your legs, instructing them to move. EPA and DHA omega-3s are like the water-bombing aircraft in this scenario. They don't just soothe the flames, they chemically neutralize the specific inflammatory compounds, particularly a troublesome group known as prostaglandins and cytokines that your body tends to produce in ever-increasing amounts after the age of 60. A compelling study from the University of Aberdeen in Scotland followed 87 adults, all over the age of 65, for a period of 18 weeks. The group that consistently consumed omega-3 fatty acids in an amount roughly equivalent to 3 servings of wild salmon per week experienced a remarkable 22% increase in their muscle protein synthesis rate compared to the control group. 22%! That's a significant boost, and it's achieved not through a complicated supplement regimen, but through the simple, nourishing power of a fish. But salmon holds yet another invaluable gift for aging legs that almost no one talks about. It is one of the very few natural dietary sources of vitamin D3, which is the active and most usable form of vitamin D. This is particularly important because after the age of 70, your skin's ability to efficiently produce vitamin D3 from sunlight significantly diminishes. Research published in the authoritative Journal of Clinical Endocrinology has found that vitamin D deficiency, a widespread issue affecting an estimated 77% of adults over 65, is directly and strongly associated with muscle weakness, impaired balance, and an elevated risk of sarcopenia, which is the medical term for that concerning age-related loss of muscle mass and strength. The good news? A single 6-ounce serving of wild-caught sockeye salmon can deliver up to an impressive 988 international units, IU, of vitamin D3. Considering the recommended daily minimum for adults over 70 is 800 IU, you can effectively meet or even exceed that in just one delicious meal. Aim to eat salmon 2 to 3 times per week. The wild-caught distinction is critically important here. Farmed salmon, while still a source of protein, typically has a dramatically different omega-3 to omega-6 fatty acid ratio and simply does not provide the same profound anti-inflammatory benefits as its wild counterpart. To maximize its power, try pairing your salmon with a handful of dark, leafy greens. This combination helps to maximize the synergy with vitamin K2, which we'll touch on with our next remarkable food. Number 4 on the countdown, spinach and dark leafy greens. This category, encompassing spinach, kale, Swiss chard, and arugula, has an almost mythological reputation among longevity researchers, and for very good reason. I want you to take a moment and think about every elderly person you've ever observed who moved with an effortless grace, who could get up from a chair without struggling or pushing off the armrests, who walked with purpose and confidence instead of shuffling. I would confidently bet a significant sum that dark, leafy greens were a regular, foundational part of their daily diet. Here's the fascinating biology of why these greens are so incredibly important for strong, resilient legs as we age. After the age of 75, your body unfortunately loses approximately 35% of its natural ability to efficiently recycle nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is an absolutely crucial molecule that acts like a highly sophisticated traffic controller for blood flow, especially in your legs. When those nitric oxide levels decline, your microcirculation, the vast network of tiny, delicate blood vessels that meticulously feed your quadriceps, your hamstrings, and your calves, begins to slow down and congest. This means that vital nutrients struggle to get in, and equally important, waste products can't efficiently get out. The cumulative result is muscles that fatigue much faster, recover significantly slower, and unfortunately, begin to shrink year by year. The good news is that spinach, kale, Swiss chard, and arugula are absolutely loaded with dietary nitrates. Your body has an ingenious way of converting these dietary nitrates back into that precious nitric oxide through a natural process that even involves beneficial bacteria right there in your saliva. You are, in essence, using the power of food to elegantly bypass what the natural aging process has slowly taken away. A remarkable study from the prestigious Karolinska Institute in Sweden found that inorganic nitrate supplementation at doses equivalent to about 200 grams of spinach improved skeletal muscle efficiency in older adults by an impressive 19%. This doesn't mean the muscles grew bigger overnight. It means they became significantly more efficient at utilizing the oxygen and nutrients that were already arriving. Think of it like upgrading the fuel injection system in an old, cherished engine. The engine itself doesn't physically change, but it runs smoother, operates cleaner, and performs effectively for a much longer time. Spinach is also extraordinarily rich in magnesium, a mineral that a staggering 68% of Americans over 60 are chronically deficient in. Magnesium is absolutely essential, required for over 300 different enzymatic reactions throughout your body. Among the most critical of these is its role in muscle relaxation. When your legs frequently cramp at night, when your calves seize up unexpectedly, or when your feet curl involuntarily, that is almost always a clear signal of magnesium deficiency. Just 1 cup of cooked spinach delivers a substantial 157 milligrams of magnesium, providing roughly 37% of your daily requirement in a single delicious serving. I remember a patient named Robert, a 71-year-old retired postal worker from Cincinnati. He came to me describing his legs as feeling like they were filled with concrete every single morning. He had been taking magnesium supplements for years with very limited success. We simply switched his approach. 2 cups of sautéed spinach daily, prepared with a little olive oil and garlic. 6 weeks later, he called me to report that the concrete feeling was completely gone. He was happily walking his old mail route again, just for exercise, for the sheer joy of movement. By the way, cooking your greens in a quality fat like olive oil dramatically increases the absorption of their fat-soluble compounds, making this a simple but powerful habit to adopt. Right here, nestled between our 4th and 3rd items, I want to pause for just a moment and ask you something. If this information has already started to open your eyes, if you've learned something genuinely new that you didn't know before, please take 1 second to hit that like button right now. It sends a powerful signal to YouTube, telling them to share this video with more seniors who desperately need exactly this kind of empowering information. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please do it now. Every single week, I bring you clinically grounded, practical health information specifically designed for adults who want to live stronger, live longer, and live life entirely on their own terms. The subscribe button is right there. It takes less than a second, and it might just be one of the best health decisions you make today. Now, number 3, and we are in the elite territory now, Greek yogurt. Most people traditionally think of yogurt as just a light snack, perhaps something you grab when you're trying to be good or manage your weight. What most people don't fully realize is that full-fat Greek yogurt is in fact one of the most anabolically powerful foods available to another aging human body. Yet, it is dramatically underutilized and often overlooked as a potent muscle-building tool for seniors. Here is precisely why it absolutely deserves its esteemed place on this list. A single cup of plain, full-fat Greek yogurt contains approximately 17 to 20 grams of incredibly high-quality protein. Crucially, it provides a specific and highly beneficial profile of amino acids. This includes leucine once again, along with isoleucine and valine. These three are known as branched-chain amino acids, or BCAAs. What makes them so special is that they are directly absorbed into your muscle tissue with remarkable efficiency. Unlike many plant proteins, which are often incomplete and require careful combination with other foods to be fully utilized by your body, the protein found in Greek yogurt is what scientists refer to as highly bioavailable. It doesn't take the scenic route. It goes directly to where your muscles need it most, making it exceptionally effective for repair and growth. But here's the truly groundbreaking piece that elevates Greek yogurt far beyond just a simple protein source for older adults. It contains live probiotic cultures, specifically beneficial strains like lactobacillus. These probiotics influence something researchers are now calling the gut-muscle axis. This is a relatively new and incredibly exciting field of study, and its findings are nothing short of extraordinary. Research from the University of California, Davis, for instance, found that healthy, diverse gut microbiome populations in older adults were directly and positively correlated with greater lean muscle mass, significantly better leg strength scores, and a faster, more efficient recovery from physical exertion. It turns out that your gut is not just passively digesting your food, it's actively regulating how much of that food your muscles can actually absorb and effectively use. After the age of 65, the gut microbiome typically tends to become less diverse, less robust, and consequently less efficient at extracting all the valuable nutrients from the food you eat. Probiotic-rich foods like Greek yogurt play a vital role in helping to restore that crucial diversity. Think of it like restocking a library that has been slowly losing its books over time. The more complete and diverse the library, the better your body can find and utilize all the essential information, nutrients, it needs to thrive. For maximum benefit, try to consume your Greek yogurt within 30 to 45 minutes of any physical activity. Even a short walk counts. This specific time frame is often referred to as your anabolic window, the period when your muscles are most receptive and primed to receive and utilize protein signals for repair and growth. Consider adding a tablespoon of ground flaxseed for additional beneficial omega-3s, or a small drizzle of raw honey, which contains enzymes that can further improve the survival of those precious probiotics as they travel through your digestive tract. Always, and I mean always, choose plain, full-fat versions of Greek yogurt. The low-fat or fat-free versions typically replace the naturally occurring healthy fats with added sugar, which unfortunately drives the very inflammation we are working so hard to fight against. Now, we are at number 2, and I promised you earlier in this video that one of the top items would genuinely surprise you. This is the one. Number 2, beets. I can almost see some of you smiling with a hint of skepticism, while others might be completely bewildered, and I absolutely understand why. Beets are certainly not the first vegetable that comes to mind when you typically think about building strong, powerful legs. However, the scientific research supporting the benefits of beets for physical performance, especially in older adults, is so compelling and robust that major sports medicine institutions have now started to integrate beet-derived compounds into their official recovery protocols for athletes. This isn't just folk medicine or an old wives' tale. This is frontier science being directly applied to the unique needs of the aging body. The primary mechanism behind beet's incredible power centers on those same dietary nitrates I briefly mentioned when we discussed spinach. But here's the exciting part. Beets contain these nitrates in concentrations that are roughly 3 to 4 times higher per gram than almost any leafy green. A single medium-sized beet packs approximately 300 milligrams of dietary nitrates. When these potent nitrates reach the oxygen-depleted environment of working muscle tissue, they are converted into nitric oxide with extraordinary efficiency. The result is something researchers describe as a vasodilatory cascade, essentially a widespread wave of blood vessel opening and relaxation that floods your legs with a rich supply of oxygen and crucial nutrients. This happens in a way that aging vascular tissue normally struggles to produce on its own. A particularly insightful study conducted at Wake Forest University uncovered another remarkable benefit. Older adults who consumed beet juice, an amount equivalent to about 2 medium beets, before engaging in moderate exercise, showed a significant 38% increase in blood flow to the white matter regions of the brain. These brain regions are directly associated with vital motor control. Let me rephrase that, because it's a profound finding. Beets didn't just improve what was happening directly in their legs. They actively improved the brain's ability to precisely control their legs. For seniors who are rightly concerned about falls, about maintaining their coordination, and about the natural erosion of nerve-to-muscle communication that often accompanies age, this discovery is truly enormous. Beets are also rich in a compound called betaine, which plays a critical role in reducing homocysteine levels in the blood. Elevated homocysteine, a condition affecting approximately 47% of adults over 60, is strongly associated with accelerated muscle loss, significant vascular damage, and impaired mitochondrial function. The mitochondria, often referred to as your muscle cells' power generators, are essential for energy production. When they are damaged, your muscles essentially run like a car with a failing battery, sluggish and inefficient. Betaine helps to clean up the internal chemistry that is vital for protecting these crucial power generators. My patient Elena, a 68-year-old from Portland, Oregon, came to me after being told by 3 separate physicians that her leg weakness and chronic fatigue were simply a part of aging. At 68, she was already walking with a cane. We made a simple yet impactful addition: 2 roasted beets to her lunch 4 days a week, alongside a short daily walk. Within just 12 weeks, she returned to my office, to my immense delight, without her cane. She was gardening again, and her tears as she told me her story were incredibly moving. I didn't mind admitting that I found that moment deeply touching as well. For best results, roast your beets at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 45 to 60 minutes. This helps to concentrate the beets' nitrates without destroying their beneficial properties. Alternatively, you can blend raw beets into a smoothie with a small amount of citrus juice. The vitamin C in citrus dramatically increases the efficiency of nitrate conversion. A word of caution: avoid boiling beets for long periods, as water-soluble nitrates can easily leach out into the cooking water. Pair beets with any source of lean protein, and you will have created one of the most powerful pre-activity meals available to the aging body. And now, number 1, extra virgin olive oil. Here it is, the food that I teased at the very beginning of this video. The food that researchers at Harvard Medical School have identified as one of the most powerful muscle protective compounds available to humans over the age of 60. The food that, for decades, has been unfairly demonized, scrupulously avoided, and tragically eliminated from the diets of millions of seniors, all based on outdated and now debunked scientific advice. Drumroll please for our number 1 food, extra virgin olive oil. I know some of you might have expected a specific protein, a fancy superfood powder, or something far more exotic. And I earnestly implore you to stay with me, because what I'm about to explain about extra virgin olive oil and its profound impact on the aging muscular system will fundamentally reframe how you think about dietary fat, about inflammation, and about the very architecture of a strong, healthy body. Let's begin with what makes extra virgin olive oil, EVOO, so categorically different from virtually every other dietary fat on the planet. It contains a truly remarkable compound called oleocanthal. Oleocanthal is a natural polyphenol, a powerful plant compound that functions within your body almost identically to ibuprofen. Yes, you heard that right, ibuprofen. It exhibits the very same anti-inflammatory mechanism, inhibiting the same inflammatory enzymes, COX-1 and COX-2, that prescription anti-inflammatory medications specifically target. The crucial difference, however, is that oleocanthal achieves this powerful anti-inflammatory effect without the concerning risks of gastric bleeding, kidney strain, and cardiovascular complications that are often associated with long-term use of NSAIDs. And for seniors who are disproportionately prescribed and medicated with anti-inflammatories for persistent joint and muscle pain, this distinction is not just important, it is absolutely critical. But the muscle-specific benefits of EVOO extend far beyond its anti-inflammatory prowess. A landmark study from the University of Athens, meticulously published in the prestigious journal Clinical Nutrition, followed an impressive 840 adults over the age of 65 for a period of 3 years. The findings were astonishing. Those who consistently consumed a minimum of 4 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil daily showed a remarkable 37% lower incidence of sarcopenia compared to participants who rarely consumed it. Sarcopenia, to reiterate, is the technical term for the progressive, involuntary loss of muscle mass and strength that typically begins around age 40 and then accelerates dramatically after 60. Imagine a 37% reduction in this debilitating condition attributed simply to regular consumption of olive oil. Here's the biological mechanism, and this is the part that Harvard researchers in particular have found most compelling and groundbreaking. The polyphenols found in extra virgin olive oil, and there are over 30 distinct types, appear to directly stimulate what is called mTOR pathway, signaling within muscle cells. The mTOR pathway is often described as the master switch for muscle protein synthesis. It's the same pathway that leucine activates, that resistance exercise activates, and that anabolic hormones activate. What's incredible is that olive oil polyphenols appear to turn on that vital switch independently. They don't require strenuous exercise, they don't necessitate elevated hormone levels, they work within the cell, helping to initiate muscle building regardless of what else might be happening around it. After the age of 70, your body loses approximately 40% of its mTOR sensitivity. This means your muscles become harder to build, not just because of potentially less protein intake or less exercise, but because the fundamental biological machinery that builds them is running at a diminished capacity. Extra virgin olive oil stands out as one of the very few dietary compounds that appears capable of partially restoring that critical sensitivity. Think of it like carefully recalibrating a thermostat that has been set too low for far too long, allowing your muscle-building processes to function more effectively. And then there's the crucial mitochondrial dimension. Research from the University of Jaén in Spain discovered that hydroxytyrosol, another powerful polyphenol found abundantly in extra virgin olive oil, provides essential protection for mitochondrial DNA within muscle cells from oxidative damage. As we age, our mitochondrial DNA tends to accumulate errors, much like a manuscript that has been photocopied too many times. With each successive copy, the text gets fuzzier, the instructions become corrupted. The result is muscle cells that produce less energy, recover more slowly, and eventually can even stop working efficiently. Altogether, hydroxytyrosol appears to significantly slow down this process of mitochondrial degradation by actively neutralizing the reactive oxygen species that initially cause this damaging oxidative stress. Allow me to share a final, deeply personal story. I want to tell you about Thomas, an 81-year-old retired Navy commander from Norfolk, Virginia. When he first came to see me, he couldn't walk more than 2 blocks without needing to stop and rest. His legs, he explained, simply refused to cooperate with his will. His diet was, by his own assessment, clean, or so he thought. It was very low in fat, very lean. He had been diligently avoiding fat for 30 years, based on the prevailing dietary guidelines of his era. We introduced a simple but powerful change: 4 tablespoons of high-quality, extra virgin olive oil into his daily routine, 2 tablespoons in the morning over his eggs, and 2 at lunch over his vegetables. We made absolutely no other changes for the first month. At his 6-week follow-up, Thomas proudly walked 4 blocks without stopping. At 12 weeks, he was back on his bicycle. And at 6 months, he completed a 2-mile walk for a veterans charity. He even sent me a photograph from the finish line, which I proudly keep on my office wall. His transformation was profound and deeply inspiring. For practical use, 4 tablespoons daily is the evidence-based target. Utilize extra virgin olive oil as your primary cooking fat for low to medium heat applications. Drizzle it generously over your vegetables, eggs, fish, and legumes. For maximum absorption of its fat-soluble polyphenols, pair it wisely with foods that naturally contain fat-soluble vitamins, like eggs, salmon, and spinach, all of which, as you now know, are already on this powerful list. That synergy, that powerful interplay, is not accidental. These 6 foods work together not as isolated ingredients, but as a cohesive, incredibly potent system. And when you consistently combine them, the cumulative effect on your leg strength, your inflammation levels, your mitochondrial health, and your overall mobility is dramatically greater than any single food can ever achieve on its own. A vital tip: always buy extra virgin olive oil in dark glass bottles from reputable producers, and crucially, look for a harvest date, not just an expiration date on the label. The polyphenol content, which holds all that incredible medicinal power, degrades over time and with exposure to light. Fresh, high-quality olive oil is truly medicine. Old, clear-bottled, bargain shelf olive oil is unfortunately just fat without the magic. Now, let me bring this home for you, because I want to ensure you leave here today not just informed, but truly moved and inspired to take action. You are not built to become a passive passenger in your own life's journey. You are not meant to watch wistfully from a window while your grandchildren joyfully play in the yard. You are not designed to cling precariously to the railing just to navigate your own stairs, or to regretfully skip the family hike, or to decline the invitation to dance at a wedding reception because you're worried your legs won't reliably hold you. That is simply not the destiny written into your biology. That often, instead, is a consequence of crucial information that was never fully given to you. And today, we have shared it with you. It is never too late to make a profound difference. I state this not merely as a hopeful encouragement, but as a definitive, clinically proven fact. The muscle tissue in the human body retains its remarkable capacity for growth and repair well into the 9th decade of life and even beyond. The research on this is clear, unambiguous, and profoundly hopeful. Your body truly wants to rebuild. It is simply waiting for the right raw materials to do so. Your job, starting today, beginning with your very next meal, is to lovingly provide it with those essential materials. 6 eggs, wild salmon, a vibrant bowl of spinach, a creamy cup of Greek yogurt, 2 earthy roasted beets, and 4 tablespoons of the finest extra virgin olive oil you can find. These are not exotic, unobtainable items. They are readily available in virtually every grocery store around the world, and collectively, they possess the incredible power to give you back something that most people in your position have resigned themselves to losing forever. the profound freedom to move through your own life on your own terms, with renewed strength, with unwavering confidence, and with abundant joy. The scientific references for every study and claim mentioned in this video are meticulously listed in the description below. I wholeheartedly encourage you to read them, to share them with your doctor, and to use them as a powerful tool to advocate for yourself and your health. If you are not yet subscribed to this channel, please make that choice right now. Every single week, we are committed to bringing you evidence-based, senior-focused health content, the kind of practical, empowering information that your doctor may simply not have the luxury of time to share with you during a typical 15-minute appointment. This community is growing exponentially because people just like you are sharing this vital information with the people they love, and that truly matters more than I can ever express. And now, I truly want to hear from you. Leave me a comment below. Tell me which of these 6 transformative foods you are going to commit to adding to your diet first. Tell me, in your own words, how your legs have been feeling lately. Tell me your story, because this channel exists for you, not in the abstract, but for you specifically, with your unique name, your personal history, and your particular version of this incredible journey. I read every single comment, and I mean that sincerely. Until next time, eat well, move daily, and never, ever stop believing that your best years are not behind you. They are patiently waiting for you to claim them.